Hey everyone, it's your girl Maddie here, aka Beaver Mosh. And today, I am talking to you about Feral Legion from the Columbus, Ohio-based Invultation. And this is a Sentient Ruin Laboratories release. And on this third full-length, this one-person project with everything being credited to on Andrew Lamp, Invultation continues bringing more of this eviscerating black death metal, sometimes borrowing from that war metal or bestial black metal scene. This is not a record that offers much respite or rest at all. It's just a pure destructive force for its entirety. It's a very dark record. It's a very physical one. It's heavy as all shit. But it's not just that. The writing here, too. The way the tracks progress. The mixing. It's all taken into high consideration. And the final product really showcases that. The Howling Convocation is just an onslaught of blast beats and hammering riffs. Definitely has that war metal feel, and there's just a tangible punch to it, while the vocals are absolutely unhinged. It sounds like the cover art. It sounds like a werewolf waking up. It's dark, it's particularly breathy, but also there are these low, maniacal growls thrown in from time to time. This swirling lead is just so fast, so aggressive, but really well played. It also has a bit of a controlled noise and feedback just screeching off of it, but also there's this very disturbing, slowed down, dark bit towards the end. It has these rabid chugs and these howling noises in the background. It's so bleak, definitely possesses a mood to it. Severed Umbilical Chaos features these laser-like slides that get me very jumpy and shaking my head trying to catch wind of it, while the riffs have that chromatic death metal feel, but just gunning at hyperspeed. It's destructive to say the least. I really enjoy this militaristic march and the snare rolls here. The drumming can be very frenetic and chaotic, but also more sparse-winning when it fits, injecting more of this character study and this personality into the music. On Human Caltrops, these sirening lines of guitars are just so disorienting in the best way. On this record, Invultation finds a way to make absolute speed and chaos feel completely musical, and that's not an easy thing to do. Once again, the leads are just pure shredding, but yet find a way to make that feel excessively menacing. Retching Holy Viscera has this cycling riff pattern that is going to make you feel just so dizzy, especially as the drums, in contrast, are just stabbing you straight forward while you're trying to make sense of the guitars. The vocals seem to come from the darkest abyss here. On top of that, it's truly an unholy spectacle. And these double bass runs, the way they kind of cycle around these gain-drenched hammer-ons later on, it's pure insanity. It's just so much brutalizing stimulus. The beginning of the title track is slower. It's really gloomy. The riffs, the sawing down strums, actually kind of hypnotize you. As they crush you. But then a moment hits. And you just hear this screaming bend, and all of that just comes back, faster and more violent. With the meatiness of this track, its vomitous vocals, and the incessant drumming style, it almost feels grindcore inspired at times, and it's just absolutely unforgiving. Lower Beast has this muddy, vulgar shuffle. You're gonna feel like you're gonna want to puke, but also kind of groove with that in this weird, twisted, fucked up way. This track has riffs. They're big, they're nasty. They also really stick out without losing that overwhelmingly suffocating feeling. It's very impressive, and in the same way, these harmonics work to make the track even more sinister and biting. Burial Leech does this crazy thing where these really loud slides are followed by this brash downstrum. It jerks you around with wicked intent. It's wild. And I love how these riffs seem to churn over constantly, barreling around, just pumping out pure devilish aggression. Mark of the Fang, what a metal track title, has this really creepy prayer sample with this grainy feedback attached to it. It's really eerie, honestly. But that's before all hell is let off the leash. Here you get some ceremonious, slithering guitar work that moves forward with some real haunting harmony and progression. Just adds to the darkness that is already so prevalent on this record. This album concludes with Bloodstained Offering, which is just this gross, unrelenting, straight-ahead race to the finish, ending the album on the most brutal note possible. It's beautiful stuff. Feral Legion by Invultation is a dark, miserable record. It's bleak, it's hopeless, and it's very heavy. But with that, the riffing has a lot of variation, a lot of interesting grooves and passages. It's a dynamic album, but a extremely musical one. Lamp knows what he's doing here. If you like that real percussive, bludgeoning war metal sound, if you are interested in the cross section of black metal and death metal, or you just like hearing metal pushed to its absolute extremities, then give this one a go. And hey, those are my thoughts. If you like this review, as always, hit the like button. It'd mean the world to me if you'd consider subscribing. As of recording this, I am at 655. I am 11 away from that 666. And once we hit that number, I have a special Q&A episode queued up. Tell your friends. I'd love to get that there as soon as possible. I have a Twitter you can follow. Link to that is in the bio of this YouTube channel. Leave a comment. I love getting to engage with those. Hey, I have a Patreon now. No pressure to support that way. No pressure to give financially. But I'm going to start giving exclusive content there. It's a way to support the show. It's going to help make this more sustainable. I put a lot of work into it. Once again, no pressure, but it is an option. And hey, you right there, keep it metal. My name is Maddie, a.k.a. Beaver Mosh, signing off.